Alright, you guys, real quick, I'm going to go over something. It's in regards to the Florida high school that just recently happened. Now then, I want to show you guys video footage in case you missed it. There's new stuff coming out. We do know that the young man that is accused of shooting up the high school, the cops had been called out numerous times, I believe over 30 times, to his home. Still nothing was done. He was also on medications. I don't know why in the world, after so many calls, nothing was done. No one had made their way out to him to see if he maybe needed a psychological evaluation. It seems that he had quite a bit going on as far as what was going on with him mentally. Now then, with that being said, we also know that it was not one, it was 4 officers that stood outside of the high school in Florida. They stood down. Not only did they stand down, but they also told paramedics that were arriving on scene to stand down as well. We also know that literally 72 hours after the shooting, from what we're understanding, and this is with statements from the victims as well as a few of the teachers and parents, we do know that 72 hours after the shooting, this young man was given a plea deal. We want to know why in the world after so much is coming out, especially with this video that I'm about to show you guys, why in the world is there not a trial? We want to know where the video surveillance is. We want to know if the teachers can back up what it is that they're saying, because it seems that there are conflicting stories between some of the students and the teachers as well as law enforcement officers. You take into account one of the teachers, it was a woman. She was grazed by a bullet, I believe on the left side of her arm, as she was pulling kids into the classroom. And she said that, quote unquote, she looked out, she was about 20 feet from the shooter, and thought to herself, why are the police here? Because the shooter that she saw was in full gear, plates, mask, everything. Let's also keep in mind, with what we know over the past couple of days, is that this high school has also had 14 active shooting drills. 14. The day that this massacre happened would have been the 15th drill, which a lot of the children believed it was a drill when the fire alarms rang out and the shootings began to happen. They were not prepared for this at all. 14 drills, plus this mass shooting, the day of the mass shooting. So 15 active shooter drills just this year alone. And we are in March. So in 3 months, that is 5 active shooting drills a month. I live here on the outskirts of Houston. Okay? My daughter's been going to school here for a while. There are a lot of kids that have graduated here that have never even had a drill for active shooters, let alone 15 of them in a 3-month span. Let's take into account also some of the students. One of the students, they did an interview with her, and she also let it be known that she was actually walking down the hallway with the young man accused of this mass shooting, and she was having a conversation with him. Everything was normal. She was having a conversation with him, and she could hear shots ringing out. So if another child is placed in the hallway with the so-called active shooter, where were the other shots coming from? And how did a teacher stand literally 20 feet away from the shooter that she believed to be a law enforcement officer? And why did 4 officers order their police department to stand down, as well as paramedics that were trying to rush in and save the lives of these children? Also, what we do know is that the chief of police is now under investigation by the Attorney General of Florida. We also want to know why in the world, when evidence is still coming out about this mass shooting, why are you guys even considering Florida? Listen, law enforcement officers, listen. Why are you even considering, the demolition of this high school? Yes, I understand it's a tragic event. Yes, I understand students are afraid to go back to school, especially to that one. They may not want to walk down the same halls. I get it. As a mother of 4, I couldn't imagine. But there is still evidence coming out. There are still statements being made. There is still information that is still fresh to a lot of us. Why treat this crime scene as if it needs to be demolished as soon as possible without pulling all the evidence from it first? And we, the people, and we as parents deserve to see the video footage of the hallways. We want to know exactly what happened. So allow me to play this video footage for you. Here we go. I'm gonna turn it around real quick. This is what we're just now seeing. Let's go ahead and play this video so you guys can see this. Okay, take my car. Here we go. You ready?
Text messages, from phone calls about what else might have happened, how many people might have been hurt, anyone you know?
I know that one of my good friends is still in the school, so I've been texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard that I know that one of my good friends is still in the school, so I've been texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard that I know that one of my good friends is still in the school, so I've been texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard.
My pleasure. School, from text messages, from phone calls about what else might have happened, how many people might have been hurt, anyone you know?
I know
Watch the
that
driver
one of my good friends
throw
is still in the
something
school,
out.
so I've been
Watch the
texting her,
driver
trying to
throw
keep
something out.
updated
Right here. Get ready.
what's going on. But
Right there.
I've
Driver's
heard
side
that,
window.
I know that one of my good
Something
friends
red
is
or
still in the
orange.
school, so I've been texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard that I know that one of my good friends is still in the school, so I've been texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard.
My pleasure.
Watch this
School,
again,
from
you
text
guys,
messages, from phone
closely.
calls about what else might have happened, how many people might have been hurt, anyone you know?
I know that one of my good friends is still in the school, so I've
That's
been
right there.
texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard that I know that one of my good friends is still
Watch
in the
again.
school, so I've been texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard that I know that one of my good friends is still in the school, so I've been texting her, trying to keep updated with what's going on. But I've heard.
My pleasure to introduce you.
So this is video footage of what they're saying is some of the footage from the side of the school. And this is video footage that was taken from the side of the high school. This was before investigators, before officers, before first responders responded to the school for the active shooter. So what we did see in that video, from the footage that was pulled, we did catch 4 officers, what looked like officers. One of them carrying a huge duffel bag, Lord only knows what was inside, face mask, gear, all that. And then we saw the driver of the white truck back up as these men were exiting, as these officers, what we're assuming to be officers, were exiting out of the side of the high school right after the shooting. and the driver decided to throw out what looked to be an orange or a red duffel bag. And that right now is the only surveillance that we have. We want to know what was inside the schools. You guys push to ask questions.
Okay, guys. I tried to share this and it wouldn't let me. So I don't know why it wouldn't let me. Then I even tried to get the, copy the URL. So got that. Went over here. Pasted in there because that's the URL. And went enter. And as you can see, sorry, this content isn't available right now. So I don't know what's going on with that. Kind of strange that wouldn't allow you to see it. But it's an interesting video, right? What do y'all think?